Hi there everyone, it's Nick Skillicorn here, editor and founder of Idea to Value, and I wanted to start out this video just explaining the fact that in my last post from 2018 I made a New Year's resolution that in 2019 there's going to be one focus for the website, and that is to create more, better, high quality video content. So this is the first of what's going to be very, very many videos on the topics of innovation and creativity, how you can improve your capabilities, how can you improve your performance, how can you get better ideas out there, and how can you execute those ideas more effectively. So the title of today's video is something that has been really building on my mind and on my experience over the last couple of years. And it's why the research shows that the vast majority of innovation and creativity training is actually designed not to give people the results that they're expecting. And this is a real issue when it comes to companies that are bringing in people to actually help build their innovation and creativity capabilities. So what do I mean when I'm talking about this? Well, in general, when experts are brought in to do innovation and creativity in an organization that doesn't really have the experience or capabilities with generating new ideas or executing on those ideas, in general, those experts do one of two things. Now, the first thing that they might do is they might come in and effectively be a motivational speaker. They might come in and start talking to the people in the organization about how amazing it is to generate ideas, and how lots of famous people in history have produced incredibly original, breakthrough, eureka moment style work. So they'll start talking about how Albert Einstein was such a genius, or how Steve Jobs revolutionized Apple, or what Elon Musk might be doing nowadays. And based on the fact that they're able to do it, they'll say, okay, your team's now able to do it as well. And it's all just a big hoorah, let's all sort of get excited and start clapping and just listen to the stories of what other people have done. Now, the second thing that idea generation, creativity, innovation facilitators often do is they're brought in to a company to help facilitate an idea generation session, what most people would call a brainstorming session. And the focus of that session, in general, is very different from what the facilitator wants to get out of it to what the company wants to get out of it. Now, what the company wants is a list of good, high-quality ideas that they can action and actually do something with, that's going to actually solve the problem that they're facing, that they're having a brainstorming session in the first place to try and solve. Now, but you've got to think about it from the perspective of the facilitator. The facilitator, if they're not actually part of that company, they don't care necessarily what happens with the ideas once they leave the room. They want to just prove to the people who brought them in, hey, look how effective I was. And in general, the way they'll do that is by showing the large list of ideas, in general done by post-it notes on a wall, that were produced during the brainstorming session. Now, the issue with this is most of those ideas are actually pretty crap. sorry for the language, but most of the ideas are not actually designed to get results for the company. So most of the ideas there will be very repetitive of one another. They might just be slight adjustments to each other. They might be whatever anyone says goes up on the wall. And there's much more time devoted to generating a lot of ideas rather than actually understanding the core problem that they're trying to solve and what they're actually aiming to achieve, and prioritizing those ideas to actually figure out what's going to be effective and actually able to be implemented later on. So you can start seeing the dichotomy between what results look like for a company and what results look like for an individual innovation specialist coming into the company. The innovation specialist wants their 1 hour, 2 hour, 8 hours, whatever it is, to be as busy and full as possible, whereas the company wants the results out of the end of it. And this is where you need to start really asking yourself, what do I want to get out of bringing an expert in? In general, an expert should be brought in not to help generate the ideas themselves, but to be helping companies, individuals, artists, and entrepreneurs build the capability to actually generate breakthrough ideas themselves. It's that capability that's going to be the difference between the companies that succeed and the companies that die, or the capability to execute for the creative people who want to actually make their ideas happen. So when you're looking at someone to bring in to help build those capabilities, you should be looking at not just whether or not they are exciting and they talk about how much fun it's going to be when they're there. You should be talking to them about what sort of frameworks are in place, what sort of case studies do they have, how can they actually show systematically that there is a way to build capabilities around innovation, capabilities around creativity, rather than just them talking about how amazing it is. It's that structure that ends up making the difference for people. So I hope that you found that useful. As I said, I'm going to be going live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on all of these social networks a lot more often, but the focus of today, what is the reason why most innovation training is not designed to get you results? It's because there's this difference between what the facilitator is aiming to get out of it and what the company is aiming to get out of it. Always think, what's the end result you and your company want, and then look for a facilitator who is able to achieve that. Not just someone who's going to say, yeah, you're going to have an amazing time, look at all these people I've made happy. Instead, look at what results they can drive. So thanks very much for listening. If you haven't signed up already, make sure you go to ideatovalue.com. You get your account there. There's so many free resources on building your innovation capabilities and creativity capabilities. And I'll look forward to speaking again with you soon. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked it, please like, share and subscribe, and leave me a comment about what you thought and what you'd like to see more about. If you want to take your creativity and innovation capabilities to the next level, then invest in yourself with the premium training only available at ideatovalue.com. These exclusive training modules have all been put together by me, Nick Skillicorn, and have been used by thousands of artists, innovation leaders and CEOs to become better at understanding the source of their creativity and executing on their innovation ambitions. And there is no risk to you, as they're backed by our money-back guarantee. Now, don't forget to go out there and make your ideas a reality. See you again soon.